allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Did you look at singles? Roll call. Cindy, here. Anthony?
Here.
Here. Yeah. Everyone is here? Anybody have any additions, corrections to the agenda? The only thing, we can move our county commissioner back up to the top tonight. It's on their agenda as being at the top anyway, so. We'll move him. He's already been there. Lock the door on him.
You're fast.
Yeah, here. So that's the only change I'd like to make to the agenda is move county commissioner up.
Under public comment?
I rate just above me, yeah, under public comment. I'll entertain a motion to approve the agenda with the change.
I'll make a motion. Here, you just pick it up.
To approve the agenda with the change.
Oh, yes.
Second.
That's where it starts.
Motion's been made and seconded, all in favor? Aye. Public comment? On our FEMA fund, today I signed the last one, I believe it's number 4, and that was management funds. That was to cover our costs for our time for meetings, research, and so forth. These grants are all 75% matches. So our amount that we got is 75% of what the grant was. The totals that the township are receiving, the management grant is $697.92. The generator and haul is $7,093.80. Damage cleanup, that was the trees and stuff in the cemetery, it's $3,375. And our donated hours were $3,489. The donated hours were the hours that township board members and their family members came up here and cooked and served and did. In discussing with FEMA, they highly recommended that we apply for that. It would make up for the 25% that we were not getting back.
Most money's going to the township too for that, right? Not us.
Right,
Right.
yeah,
Okay.
yes, 100%. I believe Haley's probably gotten at least one payment so far.
The generator and the damaged cleanup.
Yeah.
Those
So we have two to
two.
go, yeah. A lot of the other townships now that weren't open, that didn't have a generator, are getting free generators. And we already had ours because Anthony had a really good idea, and I forget sometimes to thank you. We wouldn't have been prepared, we wouldn't have been ready, we wouldn't have been able to open up the warming station, and it was well needed. So, thank you for the good site. And thank everybody that came up, all of you.
Yeah, the people that are getting generators were not warming shelters, so they didn't get these funds, is that
Right.
correct?
That's correct, so.
Okay, so it did still pay.
Oh, yeah,
Okay.
we got more than enough to pay for the generator again.
Right.
So. And we did that with, ARPA funds. Yeah. And that's it. You're up, Cindy. Did everybody get a copy of the regular meeting minutes from January?
Yes.
Okay. Any questions, changes? I'll entertain a
I'll
motion.
make a motion to accept the minutes from the January 13th, 2026 meeting.
Motion's been made and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Did you have anything else, Cindy?
No, I don't.
Haley, did you have anything?
Yes, hold on.
Okay.
I have a week left to collect taxes without interest penalty, and then I have till the end of February before I can't legally collect in the county. It goes over to the county. BSNA is our tax program that we use, and we have .NET. They've came up with a new, it's called BSNA Cloud. Some townships have updated, as of last year when we had our treasurers meeting. But there was a lot of glitches, and it's extremely expensive.
Okay.
But they're sending us emails saying that eventually they're going to get rid of.
What we're using?
Yes, just an FYI on that. Within the next probably couple of years, a year or two, 3 maybe. They want you to switch now, but some of them have. I know Alcona Township, I'm pretty sure they have, and I think the county, I don't know, anyways, it's expensive, and there was a lot of glitches and stuff that people are on the fence about switching and stuff.
Maybe I'll have all of them worked out.
Well, hopefully, but it was also really expensive, and I like our program, so I didn't want to but they sent an email out to me, and he wants to meet in in the near future. They'll eliminate that program completely, and you won't have a choice. So I just wanted to,
Okay. What is expensive?
$10,000.
A year?
I don't know that,
Okay.
but it also goes in with your assessor. Everything links. Right now when I do the tax roll, I meet with the assessor, he sends stuff, and I download everything. It's cloud, it's the new technology, so everything, I think the zoning administrator can link into all of that. It's a huge thing, but.
So, once you meet with them, you'll have an idea, we might reduce some of the costs from the assessor?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it will all,
right.
but it was something that I really wasn't interested in. But they're telling us, eventually they're gonna eliminate BSNA.net, and it will have to be the cloud, so.
Sounds kind of like our QuickBooks. We used to have I did mine, you did yours, and we compared them, and now they're
Right.
online.
So that's something that I just he wants me to schedule a meeting, and I asked him for the quote for what he wants to meet.
I know if it's a one-time thing or you're.
Right, yeah, so I'm sure that there will be, however it is.
So you don't think in our budget this coming up year, we need the money in it?
I don't think so.
Okay.
He said within the next, probably, they'll start phasing out and into this new. Like I say, some of the townships have already switched to it. But.
Well, you might as well have a meeting with them and get it over with.
I like the one we have. But I just wanted to give you a heads up on that, because he has been emailing me about it, so
Okay.
I think that was it.
Anthony, planning commission? It's right there.
It is.
Right under treasure.
Oh,
Good try.
we met last night.
Did he?
The Tri-Township actually met. We passed the Tri-Township master plan. Dan wasn't there last night, but he has the paperwork that'll be going back and forth to Denise. And then we went into our regular meeting, and that was mostly discussing the short-term rentals. And there was a couple members of the audience that we had a little bit of discussion with. Their thoughts, our thoughts. And so we're kind of working through that. Some places say you can't even have them. Other places don't regulate them at all. My biggest hurdle, I think, is going to be the enforcement. I don't think we can hire somebody to go around, especially on the weekends and holidays, to enforce this. So I think that's going to be the biggest hurdle, but if anybody has any ideas.
If you enforce it, is there like a fee that they have to pay every year to be an Airbnb?
Well, we could put that in, like a registration, which that could be separate from like regulating it. I mean, some townships or in cities have, you know, how many cars you can have in the yard and how many people can be there. And it's endless of what you could restrict. And that's where I think there's gonna run into problems. I mean, the police aren't gonna enforce that.
No, we're gonna have somebody separate.
And so are you gonna have somebody running around on the 4th of July counting cars
Right.
in people's yards? I don't.
The only thing I was looking at is if there was a fee, we could use that to put towards somebody that.
Yeah, I just think it's still gonna be hard to get somebody. And then you run into the fact of this neighbor is an Airbnb and he's limited to X cars. But this guy over here lives in his house and he has 30 friends over. So where do you draw that line? Is you shouldn't let the county do this.
Yeah, yes, Dave.
No thank you. But Marco Island, you know, they have a huge Airbnb because there's only like really 2 major hotels on the island, and they, I think, charge 11% of the total fee for the rental.
Yeah.
So then they can actually have money, and that would be a nice thing up here, but I mean, it's gonna take a lot to get something like that done.
Yeah.
And I know
That's what I
Alpena
always
Township is really gone.
Yeah.
And, you know, the big fight, I mean, which I see both sides of, is everyone complains there's nowhere to stay up here. There's no hotels, there's no anything.
And we need to be able to host them.
There's really no good answer.
There's
No matter what
you're
you
not gonna
do.
win on either side.
Yep.
Somehow, if, I mean, like, something like Marco Island does, but it's how, you know, you have to get somebody that you're gonna have to pay to do that, and how are you gonna get the money to do that?
That we did that Survey Monkey thing, and there was 52% for them and 48% against. So it's, I
So you're
mean,
gonna make everyone happy.
well, you're never gonna, like I said, there's no good
That's what
answer.
just about the coin.
Yeah, so it's,
So are these fees tacked on to the rentals? Like
Yes.
if I was going to rent this house, then I'd
Yeah.
pay 11% fee to the
Yes.
township?
Yep.
Yeah, well,
But
we,
still, how do you,
you're gonna have to have somebody collect that.
someone collect it and someone monitor it? and-
Yeah, it's,
you know, if it came up, we'd have to hire somebody, we'd have to find somebody to do the job, we'd have to pay them. They'd be on call, I mean, who knows what.
and they're gonna be on call on the worst times is the problem.
Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah,
When people wanna be off, that's
Holidays.
the, gonna be their
Exactly.
busy time,
yeah, right, holiday times, right, and weekends, sure.
so.
It looks like.
So we're still kinda muddling through that.
That's a tough, pretty tough thing.
Well, unfortunately.
So that was.
You passed the tri-township plan, is that what you passed?
The Tri-Township Master Plan.
Okay.
Jim?
Wanted to talk a little bit about our United States flag. Anyway, did any of you know that at one time this flag had 15 stars and stripes? No. Well, most Americans generally know that it originally had the 13 stars and the 13 stripes, which are represented by the 13 red and white stripes. And so then why at one time did this flag have 15 stars and 15 stripes? The answer has to do with this country's rapid expansion during the late 18th and 19th centuries. Following the Flag Act of 1794, which President George Washington signed into law on January the 13th, 1794. The flag was changed to feature 15 stars and 15 stripes instead of 13 each in honor of Vermont and Kentucky, which joined the nation as the 14th and 15th states respectively. When 5 or more states were admitted over the next 2 decades, the logic behind this design became apparently faulty. Now, the Flag Act of 1818, enacted by Congress on April the 4th, 1818, provided for the modern rule of having 13 horizontal stripes to represent the original 13 states, and having the number of stars match the current number of states. It also provided that subsequent changes to this flag and the number of stars be made only on July the 4th. As a result of the lack of a Flag Act between 1794 and 1818, there were no official U.S. flags with 16, 17, 18, or 19 stars. There were no flag laws enacted to accompany the admission of all these new states to the Union during this whole period. It was the 15-striped U.S. flag that inspired Francis Scott Key to write our Star-Spangled Banner, which later became our national anthem, after he witnessed the Stars and Stripes over Baltimore's Fort McHenry during the War of 1812. Now, the Flag Act of 1777, passed by the Second Continental Congress on June 14, 1777, was in response to a petition made by a Native American nation on June 3rd for an American flag. The act stated that the flag should feature 13 stripes, alternate red and white, that the nation be 13 stars, white in a blue field, representing a new constellation. As a result, June 14th is now celebrated as Flag Day. Now, the Flag Acts were 3 acts that sought to define the design of the flag of the United States. The brevity of these acts left a lot for interpretation. It wasn't until 1912, there were 66 different U.S. flag designs going on, which led President Taft to address some of those shortcomings by issuing an executive order, 1556, on June 24, 1912, which established the proportions of this flag. That there would be an arrangement of the stars, the 6 horizontal rows, of 8 each, The single point of each star to point upward. Executive Order 10834 by President Eisenhower on August the 21st, 1959, provided for the arrangement of these stars excuse me, in 9 rows of stars staggered horizontally and 11 rows of stars staggered vertically. Our current version of the United States flag was adopted on July the 4th, 1960, following the August 21st, 1959 admission of Hawaii as the 50th U.S. state, and has become the longest lasting flag design. Its predecessor was designed after Alaska became the 49th U.S. state on January the 3rd, 1959. Now, you gotta keep in mind, with everything that goes on in this world today, this flag can change under an executive order. It can be revoked, it can be modified by any president. Future presidents could change the look of this flag and will be used by all federal agencies at will. So, it's this way today, it could be something totally different tomorrow. Again, it's done by executive order. Depends who's in office on any given day. So that's a little history of that flag. Still working on a proposed vet in the cemetery. I talked to Tony, a VA rep for the county. He basically told me the same thing today that National Personnel Records Center in St. Louis has told me. Between the Department of Defense, or whatever they call that now, Department of War, or the VA, they've adopted a lot more restrictions on trying to get information on veterans or proposed veterans. So, when the weather is conducive to me traveling outside of Spruce, I'll keep pursuing this. But anyway, been working on this since late November. While we had the shutdown, that messed everything up for over a month. So, and I've done the flag inventory, and I've done the inventory on the grade markers, grade flag, and the flagpole flag. And so if you have any questions as to about flags or anything, no questions, okay, that's it.
Thank you, Jim.
Good job.
Okay, we need to set our truth and taxation hearing, where we present the budget to the public. Usually we do it before the meeting, our March meeting. Just whether you guys want a half an hour or 15 minutes, whatever you think.
Half an hour.
Yeah, there's a-
Okay. We'll be at 6:30 on March 10th.
Do you need the motion to start that meeting?
I shouldn't, we do have it, okay, no, we should be fine. I'll get it on the website and on the door. Our board review dates are Tuesday, March 3rd is an organizational meeting at noon. Monday, March 9th from 3 to 9 is appeals. Tuesday, March 10th from 9 to 3 is appeals. And that will be on the website as well and in the paper. Our Mocking Ridge versus Caledonia Township case. It was ultimately the decision of the insurance company and their appointed counsel and all matters have been resolved as of this date. And the budget, I sent you guys out a rough draft of the budget. If there's anything you need to add it or change, let me know as I get more information. I'll keep sending you copies, and if anybody feels we need to have a meeting to discuss it, let me know and we'll set one up. There's not a whole lot of, there's not anything really major. I mean, elections are a lot, but we have no choice. So,
It's every other year.
every other year, yeah. So,
And postage is ridiculous.
postage is high. A lot of things are just a matter of increases. Our streetlights, to keep our streetlights on is an increase, you know, so. Most of the adjustments are just that. Now that we are done with this, case, we should be able to, when the insurance company has it all settled and complete, be able to start putting our insurance back down, because we were not able to price check
Right.
insurance because we had open cases, so that should help us some. Okay. Is there any board comments? Any questions? Okay, take a motion to adjourn.
Make a motion to adjourn?
I'll support.
Motion's been made and seconded to adjourn, all in favor? Aye. Motion adjourned. Please, everybody be careful driving home. Just in case the roads have gotten icy. And I know that Mountain Moriah can be slick because it's nice and smooth still.